December 1st, 1982, at 5:07 in the morning, in the middle of a heat wave, after 4 hours of labor, my mom gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. Oh no, it was supposed to be a boy. That's right. Fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. I was supposed to be Aaron Benjamin Van Raalte.
Aaron Benjamin.
My parents didn't know quite what to do. They loved the name Aaron Benjamin. In fact, when my mom was walking around with her baby bump, she would refer to it as AB Baby. So after they got over their initial shock, they took a moment and decided to name me Rachel Anna, after my mom's favorite Aunt Anna, who had passed away during her first trimester. Growing up, I always loved my name. I was totally a Rachel. Every time I would meet another Rachel, I would excitedly proclaim, "I'm Rachel too." I loved going into souvenir shops and looking through all the license plates and finding my name with Rachel on it. Going over to the mugs, always able to find Rachel spelled R-A-C-H-E-L. I might as well have had it tattooed on my forehead. That's how identified I was with my name. I was going along life happily as a Rachel until one day, approximately 10 months ago, the world of Rachel was shattered. I had started a new job. It was a seasonal position at a very large day spa. And as I went in on my first day and the manager leaned over her computer and entered me into the system, she casually looked over at me and said, "Oh, looks like you'll have to pick a spa name." What? A spa name? What's a spa name? She explained to me that in that company they have a policy that there can only be one person per location per name, and that there was already a Rachel at that location, and I would have to pick a different name. Have any of you ever had to pick or have a different name? Go by a different name? You have. So you know how awkward it is. It's completely awkward. Who would I be if I wasn't Rachel? What about all the new coworkers I was going to meet? They wouldn't know the real me because they wouldn't know me as Rachel. I wasn't sure what to pick as my spa name, so I just went, I'll go with Anna. That's my middle name. So for the next 8 weeks, I went around introducing myself to all my new coworkers as, "Hi, I'm Anna, but my name's really Rachel." At the end of my 8-week seasonal position, I finally had it. I could answer the phone. "Thank you for calling Brooke Williams Day Spa. This is Anna. How may I help you?" I was so proud to have finally been able to take on the name Anna, although I wasn't happy about it. Luckily, at the end of the 8-week position, I was transferred to another Brooke Williams location, and I was hired for a permanent position as a skincare therapist. And most importantly, I was the only Rachel in the building. Yes, finally! There was only one little problem. There was a Raquel. The day Raquel met me and I introduced myself as Rachel, she wasn't having it. She said, "There is no way there can be a Rachel in this building. Our tips are going to get mixed up, and that is not okay." So again, I had to pick a spa name. This time I thought a little bit more carefully. I went online, I did some research. I looked up all the names that there are starting with the letter R. Roberta? No, too old. Roxy? No, it sounded too much like a stripper's name. And then as I scrolled through the page, almost at the end of ours, I found it. It jumped right off the page at me. There it was. Rue. Just like my favorite drag queen, RuPaul. It still took a couple weeks to get used to the name Rue, but I eventually got it.
Rue.
And every once in a while, I will still accidentally walk up to a new guest and say, "Hi, my name is Rachel, Rue, and I'm going to be taking care of you today." I'm glad I had to choose the name Rue, though. Not just because I feel like a queen every time somebody calls me Rue, but because I obviously didn't learn my lesson with the name Anna. Looking back, I know that the whole spa name experience happened for a very important reason. I needed that slap in the face to realize how identified I really was with my name. I needed to learn that it's not a name that makes a person. And even more than that, our names are just another role that we play in life, and they're not our true selves. Madam Toastmaster.